you guys can see, we've done all these problems before. This is nothing new. You need to use your journal, but I'm going to make sure that you have everything you need for this paper. So we just looked at the Edpuzzle for rates. We're going to solve all of these, most of these using WKU. The only exception is number 4, which was inequalities, and number 5. Okay, so let's look at the first one. It says a recipe for fruit salad includes 1/3 cup of grapes for 4 servings. How many cups of grapes are needed for 30 servings? This is going to require a WKU. We've done this yesterday. The two things that you are comparing are cups of grapes and servings. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole problem with you. I'm just going to make sure you know what two things you are comparing. You're comparing grapes, so I'm going to just put cups for short for cups of grapes, and on the bottom I'm going to put servings. You need to tell me what do you know about those cups of servings, and then how many after 30 servings. Okay, so make sure you fill in those numbers. The second one is over rates, what we just did. It says printer X can print 36 pages in 6 minutes and printer Y can print 20 pages in 40 minutes. How many total pages will both printers print? So this one, you're going to have to do 2 WKUs here. That's what I should be seeing. You got to do one for printer X and then one for printer Y. Okay, we're talking about the comparison of pages to minutes. So pages goes on top and minutes goes on bottom. You fill in the rest. This next one, number 3, same thing. So they want to go for a bike ride. Emma bikes for 24 minutes and 2 hours, while Jack bikes for 36 miles in 3 hours. You gotta do 2 WKUs. If you don't have space, do it on the back. Then answer these questions. After you find Emma's, you're gonna write your answer here. Then when you find Jack's, write your answer here. And then the third question tells me who bikes the fastest. So you're gonna compare these two. Whichever one has the higher number, you're gonna put that name right there. It's either gonna be Emma or Jack. Again, this one we've already seen. It's our inequalities. You can solve for this. It's very similar to a two-step equation. We know what happens when we see a negative coefficient. Remember that rule. You also know what happens when you see a fraction. Turn it into a decimal. Number 5. It says Fernando recorded the weather for 90 days. The statement shows the summarized sum of his recordings. So we got sunny for half of the days, it rained for 1/3 of the days, and it snowed for the remaining days. How many days did it snow? So you're going to have to solve each of these. If you remember, you have to solve it using cross, multiply, and divide. So 24, you're going to have to multiply. So this, we know that the total was 90 days, but because I need to turn this, oops, that looks like a 7. So I'm going to turn this into a fraction, and I'm going to solve. When you're multiplying fractions, you multiply across. So 1 times 90 is 90, then 2 times 1 is 2, and then you're going to divide. 90 divided by 2. You can do the same thing for how many days did it rain. You're going to turn that into a fraction, and then you are going to solve these. When you find the remaining, you're going to have to add up these two together. You're going to add how many it was sunny for and how many it rained. Then you are going to subtract. Okay. And number 6, we did this yesterday. We're going to have to find the ratio. You see ratio, you're already setting up WKU. You don't remember how to do this one? Look at your notes from yesterday. Okay. There's no reason that y'all should not finish. I've helped you with most of these on how to solve them. The rest is up to you. It will be for a grade. Remember that.